always position as a competitor. And what they like to attract is the middle level leaders, or middle level leaders, associate and senior associate, and or maybe the marketing director from WFG, right? Because what? Because we got to train well, right? People say, I heard people say, well, if the team is in the champion team, guess what? They will be trainer in PFA because they know product inside out. Right. Now, let me tell you, there's a fundamental difference thinking, right? The way they think is people are limited, right? Rather than going to find new people, I'd rather find those who are already experienced that can be faster. And there's not many new people out there. And we have to find those who are already experienced. Right? And when they started positioning themselves to be a competitor with WFG, they want to lose. They can never catch us up. You know why? Because the best they can do is become who we are today. Isn't it? But we are not shooting for becoming MetLife even. We're not shooting for becoming a New York Life. We're shooting to becoming what? Right? Dominating the industry. You know, Rocky already talking about one day the whole Rockies, the champion team can be a $1 billion team. Right? Not even talk about how big the WFG is. We are totally competing at a different level of mindset. Right? We believe the markets are unlimited. Right? We believe in training the greenies, training the brand new associate, because they are they are the easiest to adopt the ideas. Right? They're easy to change, to grow. Okay? So that's why next time, if you have a base shop, if you have an associate, and they're telling you, and I'm gonna make money so slow in WFG, I'm gonna go to PFA, you should celebrate for them. Buy a cake, right? Let them go. You know why? If PFA attract people like that, they won't grow big. Yes or no? Yes? They attract people looking for short term. You know? How can a company go big with a folks like that? You got it? So I don't know what their leadership people thinking. Right? If I wouldn't think that's a faster way to grow a company. That's not. All right. Now, do they promote spending or saving? Right? They promote spending, right? They promote a lot of like flash stuff. Okay? All right. If you look at their promotions, their WeChats, and things on the Facebook, you will see luxury stuff and luxury lifestyle, fancy cars. Right? And if you search like there's a Facebook called PFA COT, right? And today I just look at it. I look at Jack Bruce all the famous quotes. Every famous quote in the background is either a fancy car or either luxury home, either a luxury resort. Pay attention to that, right? That tells you their philosophy, right? But in here, right, the other day I was in the home office and we got coached by Akmalay and Rich Solly. I pay attention to what kind of suits Rich Solly wear. It's a very simple one. Men's warehouse, probably I didn't ask, right? But I still remember that gave me a strong impression of how much he promotes the savings. Right? They used to put an article in my WFG, and a couple of years ago, and he telling us what his philosophy. Right? He wear the shoes from Men's Warehouse and drive a Kia. I believe that's a principle. I like that principle, not because I'm just a conservative man or I'm just like some used to call me. You're pretty frugal, right? They call it frugal. Yes, I'm frugal, and I am proud of being a frugal man. Right? I'm proud of driving 10 years old Honda Accord to drive home. Because people really, they do not care what I drive, they care what drives me, isn't that? Right? We still live in the house we bought about 10 years ago when we started business. Right? We still live in the townhouse, right? We were just simply busy. And at this stage, the townhouse fit our need. Right? Just have one kid and a parent living with us. 3-bedroom townhouse is good for us. By the way, I'm not saying you can't buy a bigger house. I have to clarify. This is my personal philosophy, right? This is what I believe in, right? I believe when people look at me, right? They probably care what lives in me rather than what I live in.
Good point.
Yes. Right. So I rather invest. Literally, I'm telling you, literally, we save 50% of net income, 50% of net income to the life insurance, to the retirement account we have.
Wow.
This is something I'm proud of. Something I'm proud of. Right? Why help you do the same way? Right? Save before you spend it. Now, the philosophy of being famous or being humble. And as a matter, I just look at doing some research. I searched Jack Wu. Jack Wu's Facebook, and they have a new video talking about the famous few. Right? It's a video. They can take a look at. So it's pretty fun. Right? And Jack Wu and John Lai, the couple guys, and they go into a big resort. They have a big party. Right? Seems like they always wanna put themselves into the public as a celebrity type. Have you noticed that? Yeah, celebrity type. But I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be so popular, right? I don't want to be humble. I don't want to. When you search Google, I don't want to see my name. I don't want to be that. Right? What matters to the associate is not how famous I am. It's not how famous the SCVC or the CEO or the EVC, how famous they are. Right? It's every individual here. Can you achieve your goal in the business? And then it doesn't matter how famous we are. It doesn't have you. It doesn't have you. Make sense? Other than feeding my own ego being famous. Sure. Yes. Right. So those are the value systems I want you to think about. So the bottom line in terms of people, and I want you to ask yourself questions. Who do you want to associate with? Who do you want to associate with? Do you want to associate with Rich Solly, promoting saving? Do you want to associate with Penny Oil, talking about never forget where you're coming from? Do you want to associate with Teresa Pan Wang, once she said, if I were to die one day, I will be dying in the field? That's what she said. I respect that. Do you want to be associated with the leadership team we have? Or you do want to associate yourself with folks who promoting the popularity, right? Who promoting being a celebrity type, who promoting being a famous, chasing the personal fame. Who do you want to associate with? And the last question is, who do you want to become? Who do you want to become? 12 years in the business, and today I realized the ultimate benefit of the platform of WJ Opportunity is not for me to become someone who I am not. It's not for me to become Rich Solly. It's not for me to become a Sean Villalobos. Right? It's not for me to become as a John Dana Cruz or become Andy. It's not. This platform, this opportunity, and this environment, and this support, and all the leadership team is on everyone to become a better version of yourself by having people to become a better version of themselves in the business and together. That's what I believe. Make sense? So I hope that today my topic clarifies some of the confusion, your questions, and you have
Thank you so much, Sam.